Oh, you weren't recording. You didn't.
Okay, shush. You dummy.
Alright, we're started.
Hello once again, everybody. This is the second session of Apocalypse World. I don't remember if we've named it yet. We'll figure that out probably by the end of this session.
No, we have not named it yet.
We have not.
The Exodia shit show.
So, just to give everyone another brief catch-up, Load Pumper is a fucking violent maniac who put two people definitely out of commission.
No, he only put one.
Rusty is a spooked out idiot who can't deal with his own problems and instead sicks a cult of people to attack a motherfucker, and some of them die.
Yeah.
Giuseppe is a fucking coward who can't deal with a couple of lightly armed thugs.
It's
And y'all y'all know that you are at least vaguely wanted by a new up-and-coming warlord.
Hey,
I do take offense to that. I do not. I'm being rude. I'm just trying to, josh on your character.
Hey, sure, you can't say
I do appreciate that your character is like that, because, not everybody's got to be a chivalrous bastard. You're just hot. You're not strong. I don't think. No, you're a little strong. You got hard +1. Fuck you. What the hell? Anyway, so all that happened.
We found a
Start of
list.
session moves. First of all, we will highlight stats. I think it's in the same order as last time. Who has the highest HX with APOM currently?
I've got +2.
-1.
-1?
Well, I guess that says it.
Well, I guess. Alright, so let me...
Rusty, what should APOM mark down?
Let me check the character sheet real quick. I'm gonna say hard. You should highlight hard, APOM.
Wanted to grow the fuck up, I get it. I'm kidding. Also highlight hot. Because I know that you're a little bit behind the others on the whole XP thing. And I don't want you to fall that far behind. And hey, maybe you'll talk some. Maybe you'll get some use for your good looks. And your fucking Disco Kiryu look.
About time.
Yeah, you do have 3 XP. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Who has the highest HX with our old pal Rusty?
+1.
Rusty.
Alright.
No one knows BGs.
By the by, how much XP do you currently?
2.
Okay, you are the real one who's behind. Okay.
So I guess Win gets to decide.
I'm gonna say sharp.
Sharp. Highlighted.
Alrighty. And highlight weird.
Okay, these are the exact highlights that I got last time.
Oh,
Were they?
fuck.
Well,
Yeah.
Were they?
No, keep
shit.
going with it. No, keep going with it. You guys have decided. Just a fun fact.
And finally, who has the highest HX with wind?
I have +1.
APOM?
Sad
You there?
+1 with lug.
He's bad.
Okay, APOM gets to choose. It's cool. So choose a stat to highlight.
Alrighty.
Weird. That's a fair one. How about highlight cool?
Alrighty, done.
Alright, cool beans. Since we got that out of the way, we will now do another start of session move. Rusty, you have to roll fortune.
Oh, I have to roll fortune.
Yep, first time you're rolling this. Let's see how it goes.
Alright, how do I do it? Just R240?
If you go to your thing,
Yeah.
roll plus fortune. So basically just roll, really. On a 10+, your followers have surplus. 7 or 9, they have surplus, but you have to choose one want. And on a miss, they're in want. So basically, your surplus, if I remember correctly, was barter and something else. Augury, right?
It
Augury.
was augury. I'm trying to remember how to roll the fucking dice. Or 2d4, yeah. Or no, it's
2d6.
D6.
D6.
Got a 5.
Ouch.
Ouch.
They are in want.
That's understandable. That's understandable, you know? After what happened. I'm not gonna deny them that.
So if I remember correctly what that means... if I can...
I'm trying to find fortune on this sheet as well.
So they are... Yeah, they have want judgment instead of desertion.
Yeah, they're judging me real hard. After, you know, having to beat the shit out of people.
What else do they have? I think they had want disease.
Yeah, disease as well.
So they're sick and they're kind of like pretty quickly tired of your shit.
Oh jeez, yeah. I hate the fact that Rusty made me punch the shit out of that dude.
I don't remember you punching anybody.
Yeah, remember I asked them to
anyone, I thought. Oh, you didn't punch them, they did.
Yeah, they did. I asked them to do that. They're kind of sick and tired of me because, like, I can't believe he asked me to do that, and we did it. What the fuck?
Let's see. Was that it?
Seasickness. These people were not meant for this. Wild.
You haven't even fucking left port and they're already sick.
Oh, these poor groups. Poor bastards.
Since usually you're supposed to, like, spend a barter for your, living shit, I don't think we're gonna do that, considering y'all basically just own your homes and kind of collectively own it, and you're not paying anybody to fucking live. How's that sound with everyone?
That sounds fine.
Sure.
You know, y'all are at least relatively understanding that y'all are part of, like, the same machine, and y'all do shit to help each other, so nobody's really, you know, nobody really owes anything for being on the fucking ship.
Thankfully. Also, Wind Lug also has that, kiln, electric kiln.
Yep, I was remember that.
My current inventory is I've got 5 barter, I've got that metal bat that I threw at that man, I've got that electric kiln, and I have a hit list.
You do indeed.
I'm glad Lug can read.
I'm glad Lug can read.
Just stating that. I'm glad somebody on this ship can read. I think only one person in our group cannot read.
I guess. It makes sense for Giuseppe to be able to read, maybe.
It's debatable.
Debatable. We'll find out. Alright, so...
Giuseppe gets to read. Lug gets to read, but I cannot read. Rusty does not get the ability.
Equips and dude names. Slops. November. Interesting. Conquer, BGN is good. So you did not listen to, like... Oh no, and then you had Jackal. Okay, I see it. I'm stupid. Jackal, Barbecue, and Carp. Alright, so, everything feel prepared and ready and raring?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so...
Will's a good name.
Got 3 people tied up, 2 of which are possibly bleeding out. At least one of them's bleeding out.
Yuppers. Alright, so, you find all yourselves on your boat, once again, as usual. It's been a day. Also, by the way, Wind, your clock is back to 12 o'clock. Or, you know, back.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
It was a ding, but it wasn't that bad.
Good that it healed up.
Oh, okay. You don't have to. I'm still the real May, and people will probably realize I'm Joe.
Yeah.
So, y'all are on the boat once again. The Big Blue sailing out. It's only been a single day, and shit's still a little terse. Apom, we come to you in the sleeping area, where you're watching over Quill work on the dude who's had his lung punctured. Quill having being a sort of, I guess, impromptu medic, since she knows the most. You walk in her, like, I guess, trying to dig around there and fix shit. How do you do? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I cut out?
Not on my end, I don't think.
Okay. Quill is working on the man who Wind has quite fucked up in the lung. Digging around there with whatever she can and trying to get that shit fixed. The man is, like, of course, tied to the cot, but she's like working on it. You come into the room to oversee and exist in the presence of this delicate procedure. Well, boss, I ain't saying he's looking good or nothing, but I think I can get him all fixed. Well, fixed is a strong word, but I think he'll make it. Could you pass me that booze over there? And she gestures towards a little table she had set up next to the dude. The guy's hella pale. But you also notice that he's awake. Quill takes a big fucking chug of that. And it's like, oh, God. They say you shouldn't do this kind of stuff when you work, but I think it gets rid of the nerves. And then she upends the bottle into the dude's mouth, apparently keeping him, I guess, pliable with booze.
Sedated?
Sedated, that's the word. Wherein she sets the bottle back on the ground and starts digging a bit more. The other guy, though, I don't know what the hell to do. Your boy kind of fucked him right up. Like, this guy, he's fucked, but at least I can get in there. But the other guy, I don't know how to work with breathy bits that aren't, like, like, I can fuck with a lung, and it's like, hey, this shit sucks and all. But I can't fuck with, like, the windpipe without, like, just killing him, you know? That's a bit beyond my very limited expertise. By the way, I'm gonna probably hey, just saying. I'm gonna call the union. I need a pay raise. This is a bit much. I'm a bartender, kind of part-time. This is a lot. I ain't, like, insulting or nothing, but hey, just saying. But yeah, your throat boy's probably gonna die within the day. Lung boy might make it. You know how it is. She upends some more of the booze into the dude's actual, like, kind of into the wound itself. The guy kind of, like, thrashes around a little bit, but just kind of settles down after a sec, just kind of continually moaning out into just the... did I cut out just there?
Didn't sound like it. I may have spaced out, though.
Alright,
I've been
well,
listening.
if you say so. Well, it's not so much that you did more damage, it's that the damage was, like, in a part of the body that's harder to work with. Like, you puncture a lung, and that sucks and all, but you can, like, plug up the hole. But if you smash someone's, like, windpipe, it's like, you can't go in there and fix it.
Yeah, duct tape isn't gonna fix the windpipe.
Yeah.
It'll fix the lung. Get that gorilla
Like, you can
tape.
drain a lung, you can't drain the throat.
Yeah, sure you can.
I mean, you could, but it, like, involves, like, shoving a fucking tube down there, and y'all don't have tubes for that.
Yeah, all our tubes are for the fucking...
Well, tell her yourself, you son of a bitch.
Get a straw.
We got plenty of tubes.
No, we don't,
yeah,
Win.
whatever. I mean, you do, but
No,
they're not the
they're-
good kind.
No, all of our tubes are sectioned off so then we can do underwater stuff.
I mean, true.
We can't just untie them. Yeah, fill his lungs with more water. Or with water,
but,
more liquids.
Hey, don't gotta justify nothing to me. I don't really need a whole lot to fix this guy, I don't think. Just, random bullshit cloth we got, and, enough booze to keep him from screaming all night. Jesus Christ. Jesus. We still got the other dude. He's not too banged up. If you want to talk to him. If I'm being frank, it's a little bit weird to be sleeping real close to these dudes. I know we don't really have anywhere else to put him, but just kind of just tying him to a couple beds is a little weird. Well, alright, if you say so. Wherein we cut to Rusty.
Oh no.
You don't really have any of your folks around you. They're doing work, but they're not working all that hard. And they're kind of just ignoring you right now.
Understandable.
Whereupon... Nickel and Zink walk up.
Nice.
So, just for everybody here, Nickel and Zink are... actually, you could probably just go ahead and explain mostly.
They're the only two friends I have in this world. Alright.
Wow, alright. Not even I knew that.
Listen. Is Lug friends with Rusty? No.
Enough.
No. Ah, shit.
Just because I want to eat my trash doesn't mean we're not friends.
Listen, this does. Alright, Nickel and Zink. For descriptions, Nickel is just wearing a sailor suit, and she's coming in with a sailor cap that's a bit too small due to, being in the water a bit too long. Just shrunk. Sun and water does that, I guess. And Zink, she's wearing kind of a shawl with a burlap Dante kind of coat, like a potato sack. The jacket.
Like a trench coat,
Yeah.
but it looks like Dante's bullshit, but it's made out of potato sacks.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that image so much.
Okay. So, then Malcolm and Zink's like, hey, baby blue, how's it going?
Baby blue.
I gotta say, your last stunt was a little weird. Got some folks hurt. Folks are feeling pretty mad about that. You doing good? No one mess with you?
I kinda freaked out there. I didn't.
Start scratching his chin a little bit.
I didn't know quite what to do. I'm not good with pressure.
You can say that much. Nickel kind of... Okay, you definitely did post that. You definitely did post that. Okay.
Oh, baby blue. I love that nickname.
Nickel interrupts, like, I always look out for you and all, but hey, just saying, try not to do that kind of shit more often. I don't like having a body count around. I mean, it was fucking awesome and I did participate, but still.
Oh, sorry.
Like, I'd do it again in a heartbeat, but please.
I'll try.
I mean, it was amazing, and I had such a fucking rush of blood, but don't do it again.
Yeah, I don't think, blood rush is good for any of us here. With the seasickness and all. Who'd have thought, huh?
Yeah, it turns out, a lot of people who live their lives in, stationary places don't like it when you cart them around on a big boat.
Yeah, but...
Big fucking babies, if you ask me.
Yeah, they live in the water still. The place is kinda moving.
Right. Anyway, for real, don't.
They just
Hey,
need
just
a little bit more, fiber in their diet or something.
For real though, they're pretty pissed off. Don't play with their lives again, pal. Or do. Who gives a shit? I don't. I'm just here for the fucking ride. Nichols like, same. And in walks in, was it one of the band members whose name I remember?
I've got it pinned if need be.
Oh, well, we'll say... Darnell walks up. Like, hey, ladies and Rusty.
Jeez.
I don't mean to like interrupt this powwow and all, but we got a little bit of a fucking problem. I appreciate y'all fucking ragging the hell on him.
Oh no.
Bring this up.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, the KG fucker is fucking up again. Y'all might want to like go talk to Lug about this shit. The KG fucker being the middle backmost engine that y'all have, which is like the one that always fucks up, sucks shit. It's on the fritz again, and he's basically asking you to go consult Lug about that. Oh shit.
Alright, but, we could just get rid of this problem by, giving it to me.
Yeah, fuck no, bro. That's stupid as hell.
No, anyway,
it's not. Anyway. Anyway. Darnell, would you please just fucking leave? Yeah, I was gonna, but, hey, could you guys,
No.
real funny. Anyway, go tell, fucking boss man about this shit, cause he'd probably want to know. I gotta go back and, like, get some fucking peanuts or some shit. Bye.
Yeah, go eat shells.
Fucking hate that guy. Yeah, I hate him too. Why haven't we fucking thrown him overboard? Because he plays bass.
Hey.
I think.
Hey, go get me his instrument.
What do they call?
This is his guitar.
Oh, what a good idea! No, don't. I swear to God, we're not gonna cover for you all this time. Don't do this again.
Hey, you don't have to cover for me this time. It's okay.
No, if you want to fucking eat his guitar, bass, whatever, do it on your own time. But I want to see it. No.
Okay, so you guys are not there for me when I wanted to eat that machete. But this is okay.
Honey, I was there with you all the way. And I said no, because that's a stupid fucking idea, and you'd end up like Windpipe Guy. But I like
That's
Windpipe
fine.
Guy. He makes such hilarious noises during the night. Yeah, and Windpipe Guy's gonna fucking die in them. So,
Oh gee.
those two just kind of walk off bickering at each other like, oh, I wanted though. It's like, no. We head back to Lug, motherfucking Pumper.
Lug
The horrible
motherfucking
fucking
Pumper.
violent bastard who kills people.
Lug's my favorite, shut up. Lug's fucking violent energies.
I would like to say that Rusty was someone's favorite when I was telling all y'all about, or them
Oh
about
good.
y'all. Called you a fucking legend. It's probably specifically the machete part.
Good.
So Lug, you're sitting in your bullshit. How you doing?
Yes,
You're just kind of in your workshop, having our way.
in my workshop, drawing
What are you
on
drawing?
sheet paper.
Would you like to tell me what you're drawing?
Absolutely. Do I want weapon or boat?
I would say that the boat sounds like a horrifyingly huge undertaking that's a little early.
All right.
And if you were going to do something like that, I'd want it in more like steps.
It has semi-steps.
I get
But,
that, but I mean, like, I'd call it like, you'd have to do several projects to get the whole thing.
Yeah.
They'd
Anyways.
still do shit, but you know how. So what you got for me, pal? I would like to say that I completely fucking what's the word? Improved Nickel and Zinc, and I'm very proud of that.
It was very good.
I
It did
hope
not
was.
sound like improv.
I was surprised at how good that was.
Okay, listen.
Thunderstorm alerts, hell shit.
Yeah, it's raining, don't worry about it.
Alright, so give me... Ooh.
Right down in Texas.
A concept of a handgun crossbow.
That
And
looks
this
mean.
is the inner workings.
Hey,
I see.
I don't want lug with this thing.
You have to manually reload every bolt,
Well, duh.
but it fires pretty well, I would hope.
Okay.
I would probably need to melt a lot of plastic in super specific ways for it to work well. Because the way it works is you pull the trigger, it pulls that thing down, and that releases the elastic to fire the bolt.
I see, so it's like a weird rubber band gun.
Yeah, except you put a nice metal rod in it, and it shoots that whiff instead.
I see. I assume you're probably using your machining tools mostly for this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So let's see. Let's hash this out real quick. Sure, no problem, but 1 to 4 of these things. A lot of hours, days, or weeks. I don't think this would take too long.
It would probably be long to just melt the plastic, right?
I don't think it'd be too tedious. Like, how about it's gonna take a fuckload of tries, and you'll have to find an actual gun stock for it to work.
Okay.
So go ahead and write that down if you'd like. You'll have to make a lot of prototypes. You'll have to find an actual stock to at least like look at and work off of. As of right now, there are no firearms on the ship. I don't think. Nope, nobody bought any firearms. Everybody got either a fucking incandescent knife or some other weird bullshit. But yeah, like you see how you like drew that firing pin and all that? That's essentially what I don't think you can like. You could manufacture it on your own, but you don't know exactly what it looks like. So you'd have to find an actual thing to get the idea. You know that guns do the whole pull back thing, but you don't know how the fuck that works.
Yeah. Alrighty.
A recoil?
No, there's like the hammer.
Oh, you're talking about that part. Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't know how, like, he knows that you pull the trigger, the hammer moves back, it hits the thing, but he doesn't know how that all, like, kind of works out. So, hey, there's your first project. Cool beans. It's a whole fucking crossbow that will probably be real mean.
I'm scared. Better
let's
get on
see.
Lug's good side.
So, Apom, where are you? Are you still in the sleeping area with the cots and Quill? Wind, I do hope that you are having grand plans for how you are going to find a gun stock.
I
don't know if the stock is actually the word for it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
basically, chances are you'll just have to find a gun, or most of a gun.
Lug's never seen a gun in his life.
Maybe.
Do I need to keep the gun afterwards?
Do you?
Or can I just find it? That's my question.
You need to retrieve a gun and have it in your workshop.
Ah, okay.
Any gun will probably do, I think. Walk to the main area to see what other people are up to. Think about the possibility of helping with.
I like how we're just calling him Windpipe.
Helping? Okay, are we helping as in ending his suffering early, or actually trying to get him to live?
Well, on that note, y'all... Rusty walks up and finds Apom. Or finds Giuseppe. The other guy was beaten up a bunch by the cult. He's okay. Like, he's just really beaten and bruised. And
He's got at least one broken rib, probably.
yeah.
Probably a lot of
Yeah, windpipe, lung, and bruise.
Oh
sure.
god.
Bruise is lucid and awake, but, like, you know, as Quill mentioned, but he's just kind of there. Windpipe is wheezing, lung is being worked on. So, Rusty walks up, sees Giuseppe.
But I love how all their names, like, I want to imagine that those were their names beforehand, and it just worked out in that way.
Irony.
Yeah,
It's dramatic irony.
just worked out properly.
You know what they say? You name your kid after what you want them to be.
Or Lug sure is taken after his name.
Yeah, I looked that bad at him.
Well, boss, they're kind of on edge. They're a little bit sick from being in the sea, you know. Bit too much shaking for them.
About half the boat away, you hear.
Yeah. Yeah. I know how that feels. They're not too good about, you know, beating the crud out of that guy, which is understandable, but like, the guy had a machete.
And he shrugs.
Understandable.
Yeah, like,
Well, what else was there gonna happen?
He had a machete. He had to be taken out.
Yeah, what else was gonna happen?
Oh yeah. Remember that Darnell did tell you about the KG fucker.
yeah,
You remember its name? The
propeller.
KG fucker.
I'll write
It's
that
called-
down so I'll remember that too.
Oofa. Seth, you there?
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh man, yeah. The thing Lug did. Oh jeez. Oh man, I wish I didn't see that. Ugh, makes my lungs hurt just thinking about it.
He rubs his chest all while saying that. Like having a fucking heated gaming moment. Lug would. Lug would.
I don't like that image.
Like screaming. No. God. Don't like the image of Lug playing video games and being a shithead.
The video games is the most heinous part, if I'm honest.
You know what? Fair and understandable.
If Lug were a gamer,
God. Just stop. That's enough to make my skin fucking crawl.
Video games sure do make kids violent these days.
Oh god, do they?
they also make fucking weirdo adults with welding masks crazy.
Luck played too much Minecraft.
God. I'm Minecraft Steve.
Who's gonna grief me?
God.
What?
We found all this diamond. And who's gonna take it?
Me? Rusty! Rusty's gonna fucking take that.
SM motherfucking H. Oh, I appreciate that you remembered that I called it the blue.
Nice name.
Honestly, I think he may be in his workshop. That's where he usually is. If he's not in there, I don't know. Probably in the ocean or something. I don't know. I'd check the workshop first, though. Which, I'm heading there now because Darnell says that, the KG fucker's kind of fucking up.
Again.
Yeah, again. We should just get a new one and let me have that one. Just saying,
God.
just saying, just a
Of course.
suggestion.
Of course you would.
Hey, listen. Gotta think about number one here.
The number one fucking metal eater. All right.
Yeah.
And there's some plastic in there too. Are you good for that?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Sounds kind of anathema to Rusty as a person.
I mean, listen, maybe, okay, you know those Play-Doh, things that you squeeze and the Play-Doh comes out like hair?
Never speak again.
I think he may just be a little bit freaked out from Lug, about Lug, honestly.
I don't know what you're doing when you go.
I'm being in character about not being able to eat the engine.
I know that, but like, what is Rusty doing?
He's shaking his hands. Shaking
Just
his
like
hands.
standing there with his hands like perpendicular, going like.
Yeah, shaking them and going. I can't do it right now. I'm laughing.
Like some sort of fucking Beavis and Butthead character. God. Alright, so y'all make the like 10 feet trip over to Lug's workshop.
Is it really that close?
It's not that big.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty big, but it's not that big.
Alright.
It's still kind of crowded.
Understandable. It's not like we're on a cruise liner here.
Gosh. But yeah, you make it over to his workshop. You hear a knocking at your door.
Go in.
Are you gonna go in?
I'm seeing what
Or
Apom's
don't.
saying. I'm seeing what Apom's saying.
That's fair.
Gotta be polite,
I don't.
Joe.
I'm kidding, I do.
Joe. Just fling you into the fucking blue.
I float.
Hey, can I do that to the MC? Is that allowed? MC is basically God, right? Can I, as Rusty, fight the MC? Can I fight you, Joe, as Rusty, in-game?
Maybe.
Maybe,
That's all
okay.
I'll say about that.
Okay, I'm just asking. I finally get to fight God in this fucking apocalypse world. Big Blue Ocean RP.
Not a good idea. You're gonna love it. And I eagerly knock something over and show him my beautiful picture of a handgun crossbow.
Gotta put that one on the fridge.
You don't know what a fridge is.
Listen, wait, we don't? We don't have fridges or anything to keep the drinks cool? Maybe?
I think they exist, but they're like a really aristocratic thing.
Okay.
Or just those things you use to survive bombs.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe the idea is that, like, since only rich people have fridges, telling someone that, like, you would put that on a fridge means that you think it's real fucking good.
I'm glad that passed
It's like saying that belongs in a fucking museum.
It's fucking good, I like that.
Right. It's not like, oh, the baby guy, you got a big good picture.
Hey, look. Can I eat that picture there?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants that pointed at them.
It's not for you.
Shame.
Sad.
God.
Fucking, as soon as Lug makes it, goodbye, Rusty.
Got it. And I put my drawing down back on the desk and grab my tools, my machining tools, and make my way to the engine without another word.
Considering that a machining tool is like generally immobile, I'll say you take like your tool belt.
I looked up machining tools before we did all this, and it basically said like tool belt stuff. I assumed that would be what
all
it
right.
would be.
I guess that makes. I was sure the machining was like when you cut metal, but
Yeah, I thought it was like
I guess
big
that would be
thing.
part of it, but I mean,
yeah, that's part of it. Okay, so yeah, you get your tool belt. Y'all walk over to the KG fucker.
Wait, Gasapi's not done talking.
Oh, okay.
Look, it's kind of rude to walk out on people whenever they're talking, buddy. Look, buddy. Look, buddy, get back here.
What the hell is good?
I don't know.
It's just the same motion, where you wiggle your hands a little. It's just a little bit, though.
I can try. I never really goes good with that. Math.
So y'all make it over to the KG fucker. And it's actually smoking. Whereas before it just made a lot of really loud noises and sputtered a bunch, there's actual smoke coming out of it. You pop off some pieces, you get a good look at it.
Rusty, what did you fucking do?
I didn't do anything, I promise. Not this time, it's not me this time.
You notice that several of the smaller gears in there are actually super heavily rusted.
Ooh?
It's actually that's what was essentially causing the smoke. Was that it was grinding up against itself so much that it was actually it's both rusted and now a whole bunch of pieces are stripped because they couldn't turn right.
Can I turn it off?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Turn it off.
When it turns off, it the smoke is still there, but it dissipates slowly. You
Yeah,
know that if you're gonna
interesting.
get that to work again, it's gonna require some pieces that y'all don't have.
You don't know that.
Oh, yeah, just
I mean, if you want to donate, just saying.
Pump
spit
Rusty.
something out.
Jeez.
Can I shake Rusty up a little bit?
Yeah, does Win have that ability? Would that be counting as going aggro?
Doing what?
Shaking me up
Shaking
violently.
Rusty.
Picking him up and moving him?
Yeah, to get the goods out.
Yeah. Just a little shake. Just a little shake.
I don't think that requires any particular role. If y'all want to roleplay that, do it.
I need to make sure beforehand because I don't want to go aggro with Lug. I'm just gonna state that right now. I don't want to aggro Lug.
I don't understand what you're doing, Win.
It didn't even fucking work.
I don't either.
Well, that's fine.
Lug shakes me just a little bit. Just a little bit, just to test.
Do you have anything in there?
At this, Bung actually kind of walks up, way too fucking quiet for a person of his stature. And he taps Giuseppe on the shoulder real quick. Then he makes a motion similar to like a sideways head point kind of thing, but then also makes a little bit of a motion with his chin downward, and you kind of recognize that as him saying there's some close things underwater. That is to say that considering y'all as human beings, or whatever the fuck you are, you're human or something.
Jeez.
Can't really go too far underwater before you start getting hurt. You kind of have to pick and choose where you dive. So you're trying to usually look for high plateaus, or just places where the water is either lower or the land is higher, whichever, you don't really know. So that you can make your dives. He's basically saying here's a prime spot for us to dive.
Oh.
Find what?
Bung gives a very small nod and runs back over. Well, not done. Kind of saunters back over to the bar. But yeah, it seems Giuseppe has made a declaration that there's going to be a dive.
Nice. Wonder who's gonna get sent down.
On that note, I'd say that I think it makes sense that the only people who really can dive are you three, because you've been there the longest and know the tech the best.
I vote we send
Everyone else is either too new or too not willing.
I vote we send Windpipe.
Shut the fuck up. That's even worse. That's even worse.
Listen. Good idea. Somebody can give him air.
Yeah, does that sound alright with everybody?
He needs it, yeah. Yeah, that sounds alright with me.
No, not the windpipe.
Not windpipe, the other shit.
The plan, where only us three can use the equipment or go under. Sounds good to me. And understandable. Beg Zinc to go under for me.
Yep, or scary. So you make it over to the rig. You catch a couple of crew members out there who can like man the pumps.
Hey.
All right, so y'all have made it over to the diving rig. Who's going in what mask?
I
This
am
isn't 100%
visibly
important.
excited.
I'm not very excited. I'm in fear. Full fear mode. Time to draw straws. Time to fucking roll. Hey, too bad there's not a luck stat.
Sad. The luck stat is your fucking dice.
Oh, like... Alright.
Okay, so it's...
What's up?
I was talking to someone. What's going on? We're deciding which mask we get?
Sure.
I don't like this.
I don't
you don't know I
mind.
don't. You don't know I don't swim, right?
I mean,
Alright.
you are connected via, like, a rope. There's, like, there's the rig itself and the mask, but there's also, like, a rope to pull you up.
Someone has to pull up fucking Rusty and all the fucking copper he's eaten.
Yeah, each of you have, like, bags, the actual, like, mask and the tube that goes to it, and a rope that's tied around your waists.
I got first pick last time.
Okay, that's fair.
You go.
Yeah, go ahead and decide on which masks y'all want. Remember that you have the diving helmet, the tricked out gas mask, and the Lil Tykes pool party mask.
That kills me each time. Oh no. Make Rusty have to wear the small baby Tykes mask.
Beyond grand.
The Tykes mask is the only one that doesn't cover access to the mouth, so... Seems like a fair choice for Rusty to get that one.
You know what?
Okay.
Go get it.
Understandable.
Wrong before.
Betting on the little guy. Understandable. Very important and good choices. Alright, so the
God.
others?
I guess I'll take the high quality one. I do not take my current mask off when I put it on.
Yeah, Lug needs the big one because
It's real
otherwise it
fucking
can't
hard
fit.
to fit, but I guess it worked.
It's very hard to fit.
No, it's okay.
But this does keep it from sliding around.
Hey, this gives us a chance to know who Lug is under the helmet, because whenever he takes it off, there's a chance that it may come off. No, it won't. That is his head. What are we talking about?
I'll have to roll for it then.
No, don't. Just comes off perfectly like, oh, okay. It's just your head. This moment. Hope.
I've covered it in Vaseline.
Honestly.
Where the fuck do you keep getting all this Vaseline, Log?
Oh, you know. Alright, so I guess we got our mask, huh?
You do.
Nice.
So Bung gives the all clear for piping and mask placement. And Fogus gives a good old thumbsy uppy. And y'all dive.
Oh no.
The water, as always, is colder than you ever really expect. And it, as general, it kind of just, like, pretty quickly makes you pretty lethargic. From here, you can't see very clearly, but you do see a few buildings in the deep darkness.
Swim.
In addition to like your bullshit, you also each have like a little bit of a glow stick. It's one of those nice ones that you can like kind of just set for a little while, and it'll like soak up sun and be able to glow again.
Oh, nice.
This is your only sight line when it is darker than you can usually see.
Hmm. So, other than the buildings, nothing of interest?
From here, you can only see buildings.
Okay.
Alright. I guess go to the buildings.
Alright.
Yeah, it's either go to the buildings or continue to sink.
The swimming is pretty slow going. Some more than others are able to naturally sink.
Yeah,
but it's always a racking sort of experience. As you start to get closer, though, you see, sort of the natural existence of the ocean. You see lots of schools of fish swimming around. You see things beginning to, take hold and grow over and into the many, existences of life. More than that, though, this place feels a little bit weird, in particular to you, Seth. It feels
Nice.
like something's kind of tugging on the back of your scalp.
Oh no, not my scalp. I have very little of that.
Something's grabbing the last of Rusty's hairs.
No! I need that. Rusty needs
But yeah,
that.
you're feeling. That is to say, you're feeling really weird.
When is he not?
Understandable.
Well,
But yeah, it's obvious that this place has like. It feels like it has more history than other places, I guess, in a very strange sense.
good thing we're investigating.
Good thing Lug is gonna destroy it.
But you dive deeper, and you start to see that there's like there's a couple of vehicles quickly rusted with in the seawater, and the buildings around you don't look particularly fucked up. It's at this point that you have some choices to make for where you'd want to go, whether you want to split up or keep together.
I don't want
And
to.
Do understand that you can't really talk down here. The best you can do is like some relatively universal hand signs.
I'd rather not split.
can I investigate the cars? Can I see if any of the gas tanks are punctured?
Sure you could.
Or would I have to roll?
If I remember correctly, there's
Second wind's already like, oh, I know I'm gonna have to roll for something. I guess that what makes sense would be sharp, right? It makes sense for sharp.
sharp would make sense. I'm just looking because I remember there's at least like a move that is like for scavenging bullshit. But I think it's like a specific one for a specific character, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, go ahead and roll sharp, sure. Oof, 7.
Seven's
I
not
think, yeah,
that
that's a
bad
failure,
though.
right?
That's a medium.
That's a failure.
Oh, is it a failure?
Let me check.
Thought it was like 10's perfect. 7's
No, yeah,
okay.
it's like 7's like alright.
Yeah, 7's usually just like, alright, shrug.
Most of the cards seem to have deteriorated to the point where their gas caps have rusted off or sloughed off. There's not a whole lot there. But there are a few that have managed to survive well enough. Okay.
Yeah, I
While
would
you're
like to
working
go.
on trying to like carefully, I guess, ply out those that gas tank. Rusty, would you like to accompany?
Yes, I would absolutely love to accompany Giuseppe.
Okay.
'Cause,
You keep
I'm not-
calling him Gasapi.
okay, how do you pronounce it? Please tell me.
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe. Giuseppe. Alright, thank you.
Giuseppe.
Sorry.
I love Giuseppe, but it's Giuseppe.
That should be canon.
It should be.
So you begin to... So you start to swim over to the nearest building in front of these cars. There's not a whole lot on the front of it that would clue you into what the building's purpose was, except for a plaque above the double doors that has a shield on it. Whatever writing on it has been faded to illegibility. But inside it looks relatively sparse. There's like, there's the usual like couple of bodies. There's the scraps of cloth that something hasn't gotten to yet. Except for in the corner that there is a uniform. Or like a uniform around like a body. Whatever color it had is faded to time, but that same shield is emblazoned on a metal pin on their chest.
Yoink. I take it.
Oh, well, alright. That's fair.
Have not eaten it
gone.
yet. Have not eaten
That's
it
gone
yet.
forever. It's gone forever.
No, it's not in his mouth yet. Not in his mouth yet. Yet. That needs to be made clear.
Do remember that you can use your, your moves and all that.
Yeah, my fucking psychic
important.
maelstrom, because my scalp's itching. I gotta scratch my scalp every so often.
Is that how you would characterize you opening your brain? Like,
Oh.
kind of scratching your head?
I mean, you said it tugs. Feels like
I
there's
mean, that's like-
tugging.
That's what you feel, but, like, you willingly opening yourself, like, might take
As he takes the suit.
a form of, metaphysical concept.
No, it's more like a reaction to it, like, whenever you feel like you got bugs on your skin, you
I thought you took the
scratch.
pin, not the suit.
Yeah, I took the spin,
Okay.
not the suit. The suit's
You can
still
take
there.
the cloth scraps, too.
Just a badge, just a little pin.
Just a nice little bit of metal for you to eat later and then puncture your fucking throat.
Yeah, a little snack.
Snack.
Put it in my pocket, best I can. Hopefully don't, find its way out through some kind of hole or something. That'd be shameful.
Okay, you can grab the suit, stuff it in your little weird bag. Lug, you've managed to like pry that fuel canister out relatively well.
It's still up, I think.
You kind of like have to keep holding on to the.
Joe, I think Wynn's still up. Burr. He's getting dented.
I forgot. Fool me. All right, I'll keep on with y'all. Let's see. You're in that building. It just took the old bullshit.
Is there anything else of interest?
In the room itself, there's a series of file cabinets, nooks and crannies, but nothing of particular interest in the like first room.
Okay.
Hey,
It's
the
back.
man's back.
Alright, now you can...
Alright. Wind. You've managed to pry the gas tank out, but there's like a single, I guess, what's the word for it? I guess a rupture that you kind of have to keep like pressure on, or else the fuel will either leak or get mixed, and that's no good.
Right.
So you kind of have to like holding that while you kind of leg kick around.
Can I tug on my air rope to signal, hey, bring me back up?
You could, but you also know that like in these dives, if you go up too quickly, shit hurts. So you usually like wait until the end of a dive to actually like go back up, because otherwise it wastes a lot of time, and people aren't willing to pump for even longer.
I guess I will have to hold on to this then. Okay. Is there anything... I just need to put pressure on it. You said there was some loose cloth around. Could I find like a sheet of metal and cloth and fashion some sort of like tying it around it to put the pressure on it for me?
If you did, I'd say things would leak out slowly, but it would still leak.
I'll have to keep pressure on it then.
Alrighty. So...
Careful you don't crush it, Lug.
Let's see. Would any files be in the counter be longer? Yeah, all those files are just mush.
If they even exist anymore.
Yeah, even if they even exist anymore. Microbes do good work on that kind of shit.
Yeah, and just in general, water kind of.
But that's only the frontmost room. You know how that is. Front rooms don't usually have the nice shit.
They should.
Nanomachines, son.
What?
Alright, while Lug, actually, Lug, what are you doing?
Lug's holding onto his can for dear life.
So I'm holding on to it.
Uh-huh.
So I only have one hand free essentially right now, right?
Yep.
And I have a bag with me that I can put stuff in?
Yeah.
Can I look for just some loose scraps? Nice flat pieces that aren't, like, too damaged of, like, metal. Just anywhere around.
I'd say not any that wouldn't require, like, you to start, like, bashing shit. You know, things like tearing chunks off of the cars, stuff like that.
I could do that one-handed with a pick.
You could, but it would take probably a little while, and, you know.
Good point. How much?
I'm not saying don't. I'm saying that, like, if you want to, you have to commit.
Could I do a roll to try and figure out how much gas is truly in this thing I'm holding right now?
I think you can just, like, roll it around in your hands, and you'd say it's, like, 3/4 full.
And how much would that be in gallons, do you think?
Not enough to really quantify. That is to say that, like, it depends, and I'll, like, if you get back with it, then we'll tally it up.
Okay.
It'll make an impact, but it's not, like, a huge one.
Okay, I'll have to hold on to it. Let's go see what the other two nerds are doing, and let's follow them.
Yeah, you come in as they're entering a new room.
You come in as I'm eating some of the green shit on the wall.
Yeah, you push your way into the back. Or at least backer.
Yeah.
You see, there's a long corridor with no doors on the sides, except for, like, at the very end of the hallway. The walls still have picture frames, but the pictures in them have faded for who knows how long. At the end of the hallway, though, the door is completely ajar, and there's, like, a faint glowing, and that feeling of, like, tugging on your scalp increases, Rusty.
Oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna shake. I'm gonna shake my hands like we shouldn't go in there. That don't feel right.
Yo, hold on, my cats are fighting.
God damn it.
You go, cat.
Stupid cats.
Cats are good. Shut up. Hey, Joe.
They are, but, like, sometimes in groups they're like fucking dipshits.
Yeah.
Dogs are too, but you know how it is.
I've posted that image in the general section.
What image?
Of my cat with a bunch of shit knocked over that she knocked over.
Bastard.
Not pictured in that is a bunch of dry cat food that's been dumped over.
Great.
Sorry about that.
It's alright.
It's good. Alright.
But yeah.
What have you decided?
Rusty was making a
hand gesture not to go in because I don't feel right. To the best of my abilities.
Can I get a little bit closer? I want to get close enough to peer my head in, but not go all the way in.
It is like a big hallway. The end being like the room with the whatever glow is in there. If that's what you mean.
Yeah, I want to go to there.
Okay, so
Are
yeah,
there any
you swim.
other- Are there any
What?
other doors in there? Okay.
No, the doors. Yeah, you start to swim closer, and you feel nothing. It's just the same old. It's you're deep underwater, and shit's weird and dark. And any light down here is dubious, but welcome. You get closer, and you peer in, and it looks like some sort of like a coral cage, really. Like a bunch of like structures just kind of grew in a circle around a thing, and that thing is glowing a soft pink.
What does this thing look like?
Honestly, it's glowing too bright to really see it clearly.
Can I investigate the room around it?
The room around it is, by and large, covered in large amounts of lockers. These lockers look different from like the file cabinets that you saw previously. They look more like just heavy-duty lockers. Like they're thick and they're meant to keep things out.
Any of them look openable?
If you took to them real hard, maybe.
Can I get Rusty to hold this thing for me?
You could ask him.
You'd
Tap
have to-
Rusty on the shoulder and kind of gesture, hold this, but like this.
What am I holding again?
This gas.
Oh, the gas tank. Okay, yeah. Rusty
Right.
takes this
And
baby lovingly into his arms.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to be too close to it either. Can I want to grab my pick and I want to try and swing at a walker. It's
Okay.
slow, but it's hard, but it
When
maybe.
when Giuseppe starts to enter the room, the glow gets a little bit brighter and then dimmer, and it kind of continues to cycle between like very bright and too hard to see, and then dim enough that you vaguely see a shape.
Oh, I don't
And just
like
kind
this.
of goes like that. And as that happens, the like waves of that feeling also kind of like get more intense and smaller, and it feels relatively pleasant actually. It feels less foreboding than it did before.
So what would I roll?
I'd say hard, in my opinion, if he's busting something open.
I mean, I don't know if he'd roll anything in particular. It's not like
See how much damage he does. If he ruins the stuff inside of the container or not. Oh, buddy, I'm so sorry. Oh. Lug gets absolutely fucking nothing. He's ruined it. Yeah, that's a bad roll. Anything under a 7's a bad roll.
so you go over to it and you take a big ol' swing, and you puncture right through the middle of it. And when you bring it back out to like attempt another swing, you realize that there's like something from inside is seeping out.
Oh.
What color?
It's I'd say it's like kind of a mute brown.
Ew. Yuck.
It's kind of like exits in globs. Like it has a lot of it really wants to stick together with itself. It's sort of like oil and water.
Gasoline.
I'm glad I'm not in here to experience this goo.
All right, swing at one next to it again.
Sea monster goo.
Honestly,
Nice.
Jeez, Win,
All right,
you're just tearing this place
I hope
up.
you're not like taking your experience for this, because
Oh, absolutely not.
okay.
This isn't even for hard.
I'll say like you're hammering away at some of these, and it's real difficult to get into without like damaging anything. It's very obvious that like just hitting the stuff won't get what you want out of it. Meanwhile, that pulsing gets slower, but a little bit like, the brights get brighter and the dims get dimmer. To the point where you can see that like whatever is in there looks like it's circular at the least. Rusty, what are you doing?
Shaking in my boots that I don't wear. Guess I'm holding onto this can for dear life.
That feeling as well is getting more intense. It feels like kind of like pleading. Like something's trying to like get you to do something. But you don't really know what.
It sounds like something called the MC is trying
No.
to get you to do something.
You shush. That's not it. You do.
Yeah.
But no, it feels kind of like a parent like trying to get you to do something without hitting you.
Oh, this baby boy's not very good at doing stuff. No!
Yeah, you could manipulate him, sure.
Oh yeah, you can do a manipulation, that's right, you can roll hot. Oh jeez. What would it be? So, 10, I definitely do it without hesitation. 7, hesitation.
Let me check.
I guess would make sense, but yeah. For player characters on a 10 plus, both of the items. On a 7 to 9, choose one, and the items are, if they go along with you, they mark experience, or if they refuse, erase one of their stat highlights for the remainder of the session. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
His weakness.
Oh
yeah, by the way, Wind, mark experience for your folks following your advice. Considering they came to you for advice and all that. And you have that move.
Alright then, I guess I have a thing of experience.
Wow!
Yikes, y'all are doing bad today.
Oh, I'm so sorry for cursing Sidekick bot at the beginning of the session. Like before we started recording, I'm so sorry for saying I wish it was bad rolls. I'm so sorry for that one. Alright, so I'm just gonna say Rusty doesn't know what the fuck you're trying to signal. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Falls completely on deaf ears.
Yeah, but this pulsating.
However, while you're all are doing that, Apom, when you're looking outside the hallway, like you realize that there's no like signs of life out there. There was like recently there was like schools of fish and crustaceans and shit. And now there's just nothing. And you're actually kind of starting to see there's kind of a shadow out there that's moving.
God, that fucking double one.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Jeez.
Owie.
That's brutal.
There's a shadow in the distance.
Oh.
It's too far to see, but it's it's there. Okay, you hide your light.
Rusty sees this motion and gets a little bit nervous. More nervous than possible. Like, what,
right.
what does that mean? Why is he hiding his light?
In your nervousness, you start to kind of like get pretty cagey. You start looking around yourself. And you see that same shadow behind you, but it's not so much a shadow anymore. It looks a lot more like just a very large mouth with very sharp teeth.
Oh, I don't like this. Rusty's getting in that room.
Oh, God.
There we go. We're going to that room. That's away from the mouth.
Would you say that you're trying to do something under... Oh, was it?
Yes.
Under
fire. Yes. I've got... Right. Okay. Alright, here we go.
So you're rolling plus cool, pal.
Oh no, my -1. Oh, please. A 2. I got a 2.
So, in your panic, you just completely drop the
Fucking gasoline tank.
the tank. Yeah, you just drop the tank. You're
I'm
like,
so
fuck this.
I'm so sorry,
you need
Lug.
both arms. You need to get over there, and you need both arms for it. So you just drop that motherfucker.
Oh. I'm so sorry, Lug. Please do not kill me, Lug. Don't kill Rusty, Lug, I'm begging.
You get inside and, like... so you're inside the room. The thing is still going in your direction. What are you going to do to stop that?
Oh, jeez. How am I supposed to know? I'm under panic. I don't have a...
Have I noticed that Rusty has dropped this yet?
You were at the very least hanging around or banging around on that bullshit. But you did look when you heard like some sort of commotion, I'd say. You do know that he doesn't have the thing. But well, you do, behind Rusty, you do see the fucked up whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, who would be best at reading a sitch? I've got one.
I could try.
Well, if you want to read a sitch, just do it. Don't, like, ask anybody, like, who's best at this thing. Just, if you think something needs done, and you think your character would do it, just do it. Yeah, get what I'm saying?
So, this room, it's just, like, a big old room filled with, like, filing cabinets.
Finally, okay.
Jeez.
So how many questions do I get to ask?
Give me a second.
You got an 8.
The room is... How big would I say it'd be? It's probably about the size of a good-sized bedroom.
Okay.
Like, if you were in kind of a boogie house, it'd be about that big.
Also...
Bourgeois,
When you get to ask one question since you got an 8.
My options are...
where's your best escape route? Way in or way past? Which enemy is most vulnerable to me? Which enemy is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my enemy's true position? And who's in control? Oh, true position.
Right down that hallway.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah. I mean, it is an 8.
I mean, at the very least, I'm sorry, what?
Alright, so... What the fuck is that thing? I know no one can hear me, but I say it anyways. Are there...
So there's a whole door that's open between y'all and the thing?
Yeah, we gotta look at it.
Okay, so these metal cabinets, are they bolted to the wall?
No.
Oh no.
Move one in front of the door.
Okay, you can also close that door.
No.
No.
Or not.
No.
None of us know how to close a door. What are you talking about?
Because if we close that and then we need to get back in, we're not going to be able to.
Create a vacuum.
Okay, understandable. It's panic. It's scary. Yeah, you can shut that door and then try to barricade it with a locker or two. The thing does slam against the door.
Hold on. Question. How would our tubes be doing?
There's like a bunch of little like sections in the door that are like not rusted. They're like, rotted out.
Okay,
tubes go through there.
Okay, cause
Yeah, I get you.
I'd like to breathe.
Understandable.
Oh, so this is the same door we came in through.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're closing it now.
How is that red thing doing?
I'm glad you asked, because now it's starting to it's shining very, very brightly. And at the same time that it's doing that, that pressure that's building in the back of your head, Rusty, it's getting, like, more and more intense.
No.
It feels like a migraine at this point.
Oh.
It's almost crippling, really.
I'll rub my temples the best I can. Poor old Rusty's having a headache. In a panic attack. All at the same time. While being underwater and cold. Not doing too well for Rusty.
But yeah, so, that weird monster starts, like, smashing against the door repeatedly. But your quick thinking and barricading, has not allowed it inside.
Are any of the lockers weak looking?
The one you punctured?
Besides that one.
Not particularly. None of them look any more rusted or deteriorated than the next.
Hate this big fish. I don't know if it's a fish or not, but I'm gonna assume it's a big fish.
Fuck it. Orb. Orb time.
Orb time.
What should we do with this? How big is it, by the way?
You reckon that the actual glowing thing is about, like, the size of one of those, like, crystal balls that you see at the wall.
Can I get some quieter dogs? And can I squeeze it a bit? I want to see how
Just so I
tough it
can
is.
squeeze it.
Not too hard. Just want to see if it is malleable.
Alrighty.
I wanna roll.
You grab your what do you like, pliers or?
I kind of was assuming using my hands.
Okay. Yeah, you reach out and touch it, and like you're kind of surprised that there's absolutely no heat to it. The moment you touch it, though, it glows like far brighter until the point where you can barely see. Probably you're actually like kind of blinded by it at this point.
What's squishy?
It is squishy.
Oh fuck.
Rusty, you feel like somebody is trying to like tear your fucking brain out.
I'm gonna slap Lug. Quit it. Make him quit it.
Okay, I need to frantically motion. Frantically motion. Egg.
Egg. Do I have to roll?
Can I do that?
I want to. Oh, poor Rusty. Yeah, can I slap the shit out of Rust or out of Lug? Get him to drop the orb.
Rusty does that. I haven't picked it up. I'm touching it while it's still on the ground. I need to single egg.
I don't give a shit about egg. Rusty don't give a fuck.
Signal egg. I don't know what that means either.
I don't know. Rusty's not gonna
I don't
care.
think anybody else does either.
I want you to quit. I want Lug to stop.
Fucking fish egg.
I don't care.
Can I scream? Egg!
No. Sound doesn't carry underwater that well. Can I just
if you take
aggro?
off your helmet, you could.
Can I aggro Lug right now, at this very moment? I would like to aggro him.
Under fire if I'm getting.
You can.
If I'm good.
Like, unless you're like using your weapon, I don't think you're going to do any particular damage. But you can like say like you're trying to fucking hit him real hard.
I'm trying to hit Lug really hard to make him drop the orb.
I'm not touching it anymore.
You were touching it.
And I've stopped touching it.
I mean, hey, just okay. Lug socks you a couple.
Can't believe Lug socked himself.
What?
So okay, as soon as he stops messing with it, the pressure does lessen. Yeah, but it's like it doesn't feel like a migraine anymore, but it feels like something is trying to come out.
Shit, I don't like this.
Specifically of your head.
Shit.
So
Grabbing
if
my
I were
head.
to theoretically take off my helmet, would I be able to get it back on?
No.
Yeah, they're pumping air into, which goes,
Alright, can I take it off and try to scream egg, fish egg?
Sure. Would you consider that like doing something under fire?
Pressure. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, under fire.
I can't believe Lug fucking drowns.
Apom, I think that would be like reading a sitch, wouldn't you?
Fucker!
So, Ufa, You tear your helmet off to try to get a word in edgewise while poor Rusty's having a fucking attack. And unfortunately, you decide to like try to do the breathe in part while you're lifting it off, and you kind of suck in a whole bunch of water. You slam your helmet back down, and you know there's still water in there. You can breathe, but you're hacking up your fucking lungs.
Grab. Fuck, Rusty can't read. Grab fucking Giuseppe's hand and spell egg out on his palm for the love of God.
Giuseppe's looking around the room real quick. Let's let
Fucking
him
grab
do...
Giuseppe then.
Slow your roll, pal. Not you, Seth. You go ahead and laugh. Okay, you get grabbed before you can like get an assessment of the room.
Fucking dumbass.
Egg on the palm of his hand.
Fucking breathe in.
I roll one, you break Giuseppe's hand.
Honestly.
I'm gonna fucking pass out.
It's
So-
a fucking egg and this is the mother.
You try to I guess you get those like letters out on his hand as quick as you can. It's slow going, but
A shame Rusty
it's-
can't read.
it is.
Well, shame, you know. Lung got his one chance and he fucking breathed in.
Golly.
God, my chest is
Panicking.
hurting. My chest and sides are fucking
No, you
hurting.
don't have to really roll for that. Don't worry. The knowledge that it is an egg can be conveyed pretty quickly, and that the egg is related to the whatever that is might be easily understood as an assertion. While y'all are doing this weird hand sign bullshit, there is a continual knocking up on the door. Nothing's going loose, but like you are hearing some cracks. Rusty, that pressure just keeps getting more and more. It feels like something is drilling through your head.
Fuck, I don't like this. I'm gonna grab that egg. Eat it. No, don't eat the egg. I'm joking.
You don't know what's
grab
an
that
egg.
I'm going to grab the egg in hopes that, you know, nothing else will cause any more problems with it. Yeah, I should look into my mind, shouldn't I? But Rusty is a fucking panicking asshole right now.
Well, maybe he does that when he panics.
You know what? Yeah. Too much panic and I suddenly were oops.
Would you want to do that then?
Yeah. Shit, we're
So
not
you
getting
grab
anywhere
the
else.
egg. You grab the egg.
Oh, fucking egg time.
And you realize that when you grab that egg, you feel that pressure immediately
Immediately what? You kinda cut out.
immediately leave. The
Okay.
pressure leaves, but not just leaves. It turns inward. Whereas it felt like something was trying to get out, now something is trying to get in. But it doesn't feel altogether bad.
The egg is trying to get in.
Oh,
What would
no.
you say? What would you say opening your brain would visualize as for Rusty?
Fucking Mike Dawson over here.
Like if we were to consider Rusty's mind opening, what would it like look like as a metaphysical thing?
Oh, jeez, that's a hard question.
You know, is it like a
coin purse.
Is it like a champagne bottle popping open, or is it like
A coin purse.
a lid unscrewing? You know, are they latches? Is it a lock? You know, things like that.
Kind of like picking up a bucket and just pouring out whatever's in it.
Okay, so you kind of like you leave yourself laid bare through just kind of like dumping yourself out and allowing
Oh,
things.
don't word it like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. How did I word that?
Sorry. Being immature over here, leave me be.
Okay, it's very on brand for Rusty.
Very on brand, yeah.
All right, so you create an absence of thought, and you allow things in.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, when you grab that egg and things just kind of feel right, and then before you realize it, you're letting too much in. Go ahead and roll.
Oh, or weird, right?
Yep.
Alright, 2.
Let's see another low roll.
Let's see another weird low roll. Here it comes. I did it wrong. I'm so sorry.
260. Hell yeah.
6. Sorry.
If you did 26D and you got like a 25, I would have killed you.
I'm so sorry. Oh, well, hold on. I'm so
They
sorry.
did it wrong again. Come on, pal.
Here, I'm gonna roll just another single one.
No.
Okay, 6, 7 plus a 3.
That's 10. You did
Yeah.
it, pal.
Okay. Okay. Thank God. I'm so sorry. I'm still under the high of fucking lugs sucking air in. Trying to yell egg.
So
funny.
you feel yourself
my egg.
kind of like dumping your own mind out of your body.
Fucking lug.
As though you tilted your head back too much and it just kind of like poured out the back of your head. And in its place, an image forms. You can still see yourself, but around you, you don't see any sort of like dilapidated, flooded place. You see a living room, which is weird because you've never seen a living room, but you see some sort of like, you see it as a place that is lived in. And you see like schools of fish flying in and out of this room at a pace that boggles the mind. But then you see those fish leave, and then a single entity that you can't particularly make out simply staying there. You see that there is a door on the ceiling. And that door begs to be opened.
Okay, let's open it. Let's open it and invite
Rusty,
that
though,
one
I
thing
have
open.
a question for you.
A question for Rusty, yes.
Yeah. Do you remember what it was like before?
No. Absolutely
All right,
not.
then.
Maybe in an old magazine.
What does Rusty remember?
For before everything sunk.
If Rusty doesn't remember what it was like before, either because he's too young or what happened before his time or whatever, then what does he remember of his past?
Of his past. Ooh, boy. That's a real fun one. Thinking about baby boy Russ picking up his first penny, eating it off the ground and going,
That's good. That's good eating.
No, it'd be collecting, scrap metal and stuff in order to trade it out.
So you were kind of an urchin?
Yeah, to make the ends meet and all that.
Were you alone?
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, here and there. Mostly drifting.
You reach for that door and it feels like the rightest thing you've ever done. And when you come back, you realize that you've violently torn off the vent to a ventilation system.
What the fuck?
And your hands are bleeding.
Okay, Rusty? Rusty, you okay?
To everyone else,
Nice.
It looked as though he grabbed that egg, tore it from its cage, and then with his other hand slammed it into the ventilation shaft and then pulled back out.
What the fuck? No!
Okay, I've fucking done that with glass before. That sounds even worse with fucking metal.
Yeah?
It's not great.
Oh, great!
There is water, or blood in the water. No, Seth is holding that egg.
I'm still...
The
Okay.
egg's still there. It's still pulsing slowly, but the feeling is gone.
Okay, you worded it kind of how I was holding the
okay,
egg
like you were
and
holding
slammed
the egg
it
and you
into
thrust
it.
it through. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's how it was worded.
Yeah, you did not thrust any baby through any crates.
Okay.
No, please
Just
don't
your own
shake the
hand.
baby.
Gonna have me a lot of caviar later. No, I am absolutely not letting any of you touch this egg anymore. Shit, if you guys are touching it and Rusty's having headaches, no way, bud.
The slamming on the door gets more insistent.
How big is this vent?
How big is the vent?
Yeah.
Let me think. I'd say it's enough to fit you, but keeping in mind that you are going off of like your air, hoses and stuff,
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't be able to make it out the other side. At best, it's a place to like hide, really. You hold up what? Oh, you hold up. Okay.
Yeah.
Apom crams into that vent.
Hold myself up. So the vent is assumingly big
It's a tight
enough for
fit,
us.
but it's a tight fit, yeah, but you can shove yourself through.
Alright. I'd say swim up in there with my bleeding ass
In
hand.
particular, Lug Pumper's helmet makes it a little bit difficult, and kind of just like leaves a pretty big rent in the side of it, but otherwise, you're pretty good.
Question: Should I take harm for punching my hand? How much harm would
I'm
that
not going to
be?
give you any harm for doing anything that I had you do.
Okay, just making sure.
It'll be it's superficial. Don't.
Fucking superficial. My hand's bleeding.
Well, yeah, but like you can get cuts and pain without like.
Well, I mean,
huge
to be
physical
fair,
damage.
when I punched that glass window and I reeled back, it didn't leave that much of a mark.
Yeah, there's a lot of markings and cuts when it comes to doing that stuff.
If you'd
but
like to roleplay as like having an injured hand, like, hey, cool, be my guest. That's like cool shit. But I'm not gonna like say like you have one less health. Is what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
All right. Y'all cram the hell into this vent. I'm assuming that you don't go like feet first,
God, no.
so you don't like see back into the room. This vent was definitely not made for cramming a bunch of fucking whacking up weirdos in it. But y'all are crammed nevertheless. And that banging intenses until it smashes through that door.
Me holding my hand under my arm, trying to keep the bleeding going, and going, good, I hope the tubes are fine.
Can I get a collective, all y'all roll for doing or acting under fire?
Oh, no. Yeah, I'll roll.
I think you could. Well, no, you'd have to, like, interact. It'd have to be amiable. I mean, it's a 7, don't you worry. That's bad, though.
Yeah, that sounds right. For cool, yeah? Yeah, that seems right. Oh yeah, that's right, I also forgot to put an experience point. Alright. Forgot an experience point for whenever I rolled.
Okay.
But there you go. God.
Cool beans.
I'm glad you two are doing fine.
Whatever it is, like, spends a good minute just kind of, like, wandering the room a bit, up in, like, nervous energy. And then you hear a large series of crashes. It thrashes about, like, with such a violent intensity that, let's see, who was the last in? It was,
did I say that I wanted to be last in?
You ended up last in.
Okay.
You're terrified that, like, this thing might just thrash up, at you and fucking take a chunk out of your legs. But in the end, nothing happens, and you hear no more thrashing.
Alright, I've waited long enough. Can I quickly duck down and go get out of the vent in a quick motion?
Sure. When you do, you realize there's a lot more light in the room than you remember. Even with, like, the glowing, that was kind of an unnatural light, but there's actually natural light. And that's because there's a large chunk of the wall just gone. That monster is nowhere to be seen, but the wall and several of those lockers are absolutely demolished.
Are there any lockers intact?
Yeah, I'd say there's 3 of them. The one that you put in front of the door, actually, its door got smashed open.
Is there anything in it?
There is indeed. In a hard plastic case is what you think is a shotgun. You've never seen any kind like this, but it looks like pristine, which is fucked up because nothing's ever pristine in this fucking world. But it looks like it was brand new, as though like the best minds of your generation came forward and said, "Let there be light," and then this fucking thing came.
All right. Is there anything else? Are there any bullets?
One.
Oh no.
A gun with one bullet.
In addition to that, you find various tinkering bits and bobs, pieces to things that you think you could use some shit, as well as just a completely disassembled, I'll just say handgun. It's obviously all the parts that look like it would make up one, as far as you can tell, but like they're all apart, just kind of in a bag.
Okay. Can I take the entire locker?
You could. You have your bag, but more than that, you have that rope that's tied around you.
Yes.
You could untie that and then tie it around the locker.
Is that rope the what you call it? The air?
No. You have a separate.
Okay. Okay.
Fucking tie.
How heavy is one locker on this? About.
They look hefty. Normally, you can judge relatively well if something's like heavy or not by like trying to lift it, and like even underwater, it's kind of hell to lift. On the bright side, that means that it's made out of some good metal.
Yeah, can I tie that one to the rope? And can I try and carry an unopened one?
Oofa. You would need at least I'd say all three of you would have to work towards getting another locker up to the surface. If you didn't want to like also tie that. You know, if someone else wanted to like use their rope.
Rusty can't swim, so Rusty has to keep the rope.
Yeah.
Right.
So Avon, Giuseppe could tie one, and then we could all take the third.
Everybody has to huddle on to fucking Rusty to get back up.
Well, now you're truly wanted, and that's all Rusty ever wanted.
Would y'all want to try and do that?
It'd be for Apom.
Okay, steals the cabinet.
It'd be for under Apom. If so, though.
So the plan is to take the one with a shotgun and the pieces in one locker, and then the other locker just like a locked one or a
just an intact one. Intact one.
Okay.
I want the unlocked one to be tied to a rope at least.
Yeah, we need one that still has the goop in it.
Understandable. Do you remember that you're still holding onto that egg?
Yeah.
Thing?
Oh yeah.
Holding onto one egg and hold my hand under my arm. Not letting anyone touch this egg. Sorry, buds. I have a single heart. I will use it.
Alrighty. But yeah, you tie all that bullshit. And you give the characteristic, 2 tugs for someone to pull up. The rope becomes taut, and then like it's very obvious that whoever is on the other end of that rope is struggling like hell to pull it. But it does go up slowly.
Sorry.
That second one similarly gets started to pull, and then you are pulled, as well as the other 2 of y'all. Slowly enough that you're fairly certain you're safe from any like horrible pains that usually come from when you go up too quickly. And you finally make it to the surface.
Nice, thank God! Oh, thank God.
As you like break the surface, you realize that there's like a pretty sizable crowd around the cranks, and you realize that like, there's at least some blood that had apparently drifted up to the surface before y'all.
Nice. God, I was bleeding a lot.
In true fashion, Darnell is the first to speak. He's like, "Oh man, holy fuck, what happened out there?"
Hey, can I just...
We
I'm
hit
not
him on
going
the
to.
road.
You guys were down there for a long time.
I want to aggro on Darnell so bad. But I know how out of character it is for Rusty to just go
Absolutely
aggro.
not.
Rusty would not go aggro. But God. Just, every time you say something as Darnell, I just want to go,
Shut up. No. No.
Yeah, all right, bro. Don't worry about me.
God.
Obviously, leaving the movement of lockers to other people. Quill in particular is like, "Hey, we talked a little bit about pay raise. I want another one. I lugged that fucking locker all the way up here. I don't know what the hell's in it, but it better be fucking worth all this bullshit."
Quill deserves it. God, Quill, of all people, fucking deserves a fucking pay raise.
Bung reaches down and just like kind of lifts Rusty out of the fucking water.
God, Bung's so strong.
Just sets you down, like shakes you real violently. Whether to like admonish you or get you unwet, you're not totally sure. And then Quill gets to bandaging your hand.
Good.
The other two of you are just get on the boat unceremoniously. There is relative elation at you finding some like pretty interesting bullshit, including just a gun, because that's like not common.
I hate that we have a firearm, possibly two firearms on this ship.
You're gonna
now.
have to. There's a trigger mechanism in
Yeah,
there.
there's parts. There's
Lug
parts.
can see that. Fuzz. Right, the singer. Yeah, Fuzz is around there, just kind of like looking on. Like, y'all were down there for like a whole hour.
God.
What the hell?
What is that?
Apom brought it up and I had to.
Oh, okay, that's the Lisa character.
Except I put a
Lisa.
welding mask from another Lisa game on her.
That's good.
Changed it. Anyways. Can I take it? I'm gonna take my helmet off. Mask stays on.
Yeah, I was about to be like, which
And-
one?
So right. And so I have this opened one, and then we have these two unopened. So now that we're in a situation where we're not like trying to survive or breathe, I feel couldn't we open these two slowly enough to where it won't damage the contents?
Yeah, you have better tools from your actual workshop that aren't just like carry around tools.
Okay. So
Well,
I
if you say so.
Toy mask?
What were you saying?
Toy mask.
Free napalms.
Oh, right, of course. Apom is wearing the toy mask.
Yeah.
Alright, I want
It didn't.
to... Oh, sorry.
I said the toy mask did not betray.
Yeah. That thing's got luck on
Apom
it.
got the highest fucking rolls down there. That toy mask is overpowered.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, the best roll was the open your brain one, which is always a good time.
Yeah, that 1 and then a 6.
That's the power of having a 3 and a skill, baby.
Yeah. Oh, gee. The image of Kiryu. With
Well, as soon as you're like situated on the boat, Fuzz says, "Hey, just so you know, Bruises, he's up and he's babbling a lot. You might want to check him because I don't think we're equipped to do that bullshit."
Someone take this to my workshop. I'll deal with them.
No!
A couple of the culty folks are like, "Oh, fuck me," crack their backs and like get to lugging this shit over there.
Lugging for lug.
With your supervision, so you don't like drop it or anything.
Right. And now I wanna go harass Bruises. Alright,
Harass what?
Bruises. Alright, Bruises. I'm gonna go harass him.
You're gonna go harass him? All right.
No. Mean.
Rusty, Nickel and Zink are also, of course, there, and they're like, "Well, shit, baby blue, what the hell'd you do?"
I'm not quite sure. I think I busted up a vent or something.
Do we still have the egg?
Yeah, I've got the
Yeah,
egg.
he's
I am
holding
holding onto this thing like dear
like,
life.
"Hey, what is that?"
What is what?
Nickel's like, "What the fuck is that?"
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is
Egg.
that safe?
I don't know. I ain't letting nobody touch it.
I mean, we never get between you and whatever the fuck you like, but like, just saying, that looks a little weird, pal.
That's fine. Also, just happy I'm here. I'm gonna just stay here. I think I've had enough for today. I just want to sit down or something. I need a breather.
Roughest hour of his life.
Well, if you're more akin to our company, then I won't say no. So y'all, I'll let Apom talk real quick. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. We watch him like a hawk.
Oh, jeez.
Or, well, a particularly entertaining hawk. More of a duck, really.
Hey, oh, I'm like a pelican. Leave me be.
No,
I don't
right.
think he's ever seen a pelican before. Yeah, I don't think either. So y'all huff off over to your cots, your sleeping area, your snooze machines. And true to form, Bruises is definitely babbling like a fucking weirdo. Windpipe is not moving, and Lungs is very out of it, but breathing.
Oh, thank God.
What is Bruce's saying?
It's kind of like, you know what a Markov chain is?
Absolutely not.
It's like a machine intelligence that just kind of like repeats like sentences as best it can.
Right.
It's like a bunch of words that kind of vaguely sound like they should be relevant, but they're not. What's that?
Word salad?
Sure.
All right.
It isn't like energetic, it's just like kind of like, you know, lethargic babbling.
And Lungs is breathing, you said?
Not for long.
Lungs is breathing.
God, yeah, Quill definitely needs a raise if Lungs is fucking breathing.
Alright. Approach. I want to approach Bruises. And just kind of poke him a bit.
Mm-hmm.
How does he respond?
He doesn't.
Can I give a gentle slap to the face, try to get him out of it.
He doesn't really snap out of anything in particular, but he stops talking. There's still that far away stare.
Good going, Lug.
Whoa.
Good fucking going. Can't believe Blood killed another man.
Can I take out the hit list and show that to him?
Wait, hold on. You had that on you when you went underwater?
It's
Absolutely.
fine. It's fine.
Are
I
you
had it
sure?
in the helmet, don't worry.
Okay, right. Just making sure. Because, you know, paper's not good underwater no matter what.
Can I take that out and try and show it to him to invoke some sort of response?
Yeah, it's laminated, of
It's
course.
laminated, okay. Alright, then, you know,
That's
I'm not
very
gonna
high
worry.
class, huh?
When you show that to him, his eyes do focus a bit, but he doesn't say anything, and he just turns his head over to Giuseppe and stares.
That's
Even breathing, just kind of staring.
That's DeviantArt.
As DeviantArt. Could I show you my furry porn?
This...
Please follow my NSFW
Please.
account.
Please don't do this to me. I've seen enough. Leave me be.
You've made enough.
That's DeviantArt? That's it? I've been thinking about that image for the past fucking week.
You should stop thinking about that image.
Yeah, I wish I could. I really wish I could.
Fuck you. I try my best, you know it.
No, you don't. You. Like has never tried his best in his life. He sucked in air trying to yell egg underwater.
So you tell the dude that, and he actually starts talking a bit. He's like, there's no way no. You're lying to me.
Yeah, there's no way. Lug's kinda nuts.
Now I see why he wants you gone. You're some 2-bit fucking coward, but your friends... Jesus fucking Christ. Should have had their names on this fucking list, not yours.
They are.
No, they're not.
Oh, I thought they were.
Nope.
At the first session.
You said that they were on.
We got the
I
tape.
specifically remember that, yeah.
Alright, I guess I did, huh?
Their names are on here.
Shut the fuck up.
Lungs is having a fucking problem. Leave him be. He's
this
probably
is
like
Bruce's.
super drunk right now as well, so.
This is Bruce's pal.
Oh, Bruises, I'm so sorry.
For sure you were talking about Bruce's, right?
Yeah, we were talking
Fuck.
about bruises.
Okay.
Fuck. Okay. Shit, Bruises sounds like he's out of it too anyway, though. Or Bruises. Or Lung. Or everybody on this ship. Also, quick question. So, do I have to roll fortune at the start of every session?
From now on, yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
So long as it's thematically important. I won't say if a session starts and it's technically in another scene, I probably won't have you do it. But if it's a new scene, then yeah.
Okay.
You should put some music on.
Oh right, I didn't realize he was dead.
None of us realized that. Other than Wind.
I did.
I said other than Wind.
I realized a long while ago, but just didn't speak up because I didn't want to interrupt.
We were caught up in the moment and didn't realize.
Yeah.
It's a good moment.
We were all listening to me laugh.
I messed that up. Oopsie doopsie.
Hey, it's okay, you can remove your own posts. You have that power.
In a sec. You call this fucking messy? You killed my boys! One of them's... I can see him right there. He's not breathing. You fucking killed him. And now you're gonna kill me. What the fuck are you gonna do to me, huh? You keep us locked in here where there's nowhere to go. What the fuck do you want with us?
Information.
Bastard comes
What
onto
did I
the
do? I've never done wrong to no one.
The dude comes up on the ship, gets the shit beat out of him. Like, he was coming here to kill. He gets the shit beat out of him, and then he was like, I'd never done nothing wrong. You guys are the people who are messed up.
Where's BG?
In the background.
Saying shit to you. I ain't telling you a goddamn thing, cause I'm gonna fucking die one way or another. I know. I seen you fuckers. I saw what you fucking did.
He was coming right at me.
You're all fucking animals. That's exactly why he wants to get you. I know it. You're all fucking animals and he wants to put you down because you're gonna fuck things up real goddamn bad. I know it.
I thought you were nicer than this. You seemed chill.
I would advise that there are some, interpersonal moves you could attempt in lieu of someone who is reticent to tell you shit.
Could I persuade him?
Yeah, that's right.
You
Actors have
could
special moves.
like seduce or manipulate. You could read a person.
I want to convince him that he's not gonna die.
Always remember that also there is help or interfere.
Lug's not gonna do that, Wind.
You don't know that.
I know that.
Let's let Apom talk a little bit.
Also, I'm upset no one's mentioned my name yet.
Lug Pumper.
Oh, my Discord name.
Whatever.
It doesn't show up on the voice chat part.
Yeah.
That's it.
No.
It's still whatever.
Fool bastard. Oh, alright, clever. You could, but if you want to do the roll, or if you want to do the move, you gotta do the thing. You have to manipulate or lie or, etc.
Oh.
Well,
I love Sidekick Bot. What a bastard.
he immediately replies, you're lying! You're lying! You're lying! You're all fucking liars! You're animals and murderers and liars! I'm seeing, listen to a fucking thing you're saying! You can't say anything! And he just kind of starts sobbing and babbling to himself. And he's just not stopping.
I can't believe Sidekick Bot is the fucking dog boy of Apocalypse World. I hate this.
No, I have one last trick up my sleeve. If I can get at least something where I need to show proof.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think time has passed for any particular negotiations at this moment, pal. Sorry.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You could have assisted, but you didn't.
Fuck.
Always remember that there is help or interfere.
I forgot about that. Damn it.
Yeah, how does that work anyway? Is it just, you give
roll
a plus
your
whatever?
HX.
Okay.
You roll plus your HX, and if you do it good, you either can help or interfere the person.
Okay.
So that would have been good for me to help.
Yeah, it would've.
Yeah. You could have made up the difference a little bit.
No, I have -1 HX if I fall.
I mean, hey, you could still roll.
Yeah, it's still 8 roll. I mean, it's a 5. You could have, made it worse?
Yeah, it is increasingly obvious that one of the 3 has died in his sleep.
Oh, shoot.
Well, that's like torture.
Well...
Here's the booze, hope you can drink it. You don't have arms to drink it with.
Yeah.
I hope you can kind of like mouth over to it.
Just...
You're making a situation worse.
God.
You forgot you tied him up.
Man, this guy hasn't been moving for a while. You fucking tied him up.
Well, that's fine. A little bit of psychological
empty
torture
bottle?
never hurt anybody.
Oh,
Is that empty bottle still there?
maybe
By
now
the way,
you'll talk.
What empty bottle?
The empty bottle from like the beginning of the fucking game.
I thought we
The one
smashed
that was
that.
smashed?
Yeah,
No,
we
the one. No, was it Fuzz or when or who? She
Quill?
she took a sip and then forced. Yeah, Quill.
Quill
She
didn't
took
use
a
the
sip
whole
and
thing.
forced it down.
Quill didn't use the whole thing.
Oh, is there still more? Okay.
Yeah, it's fair. When you step out, you're accosted by Fuzz. And she's like, hey, something's a bit weird over by the trawling net. You might want to go look. And he leads you over to the trawling net. And you see, amidst the usual plastic and bits of metal and fish, is a person
Oh shit.
lying in the middle of it in a stark white shirt and deep blue pants. Impossibly pressed and still colored for apparently being out floating at sea. And on his shirt, two of you, except for Rusty, read Jerry.
I fucking hate this guy already.
And that's where our session ends.
Dang.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh.
No.
Cliffhanger!
Fucker.
Can't believe Giuseppe just stole this dude's shirt.
Okay, first, before we actually end that, because I did get an improvement point.
Okay, you want to do that now? Did anybody else get any improvements?
I got a single experience, so I've got 3 now.
Only one? I'm
Yeah.
sure you got.
Because we only rolled weird once, and I never rolled sharp.
I thought you did.
No, that was somebody else. I've never read a Sitch or a person for this
Oh,
one.
shit. No, it's any roll if it's highlighted. By improvement, of course, I mean getting 5 little experience bips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 5 and I have 2 now. So I want to add life support to my workspace.
That's an idea. Let me go over to that page. I thought you manipulated only once, didn't you?
Manipulated Seth to come faster and manipulated.
Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
this
Those
guy.
whether you succeed or fail, you get that experience.
Yeah, that double one. Oh, what a sad roll. Oh, that was a good roll, though.
Right.
I'm gonna roll the
But yeah,
dice.
life support. That's an idea. You have whatever bullshit and doohickeys you have set up, as well as a what do they call them? Gurney. What are the fuck medical tables? Medical bed, whatever it is.
Can I hire Quill to help me? Because Quill seems to have proven herself, and I think that it would help her if she could fucking have a proper workspace when she does doctoring shit. Inevitably,
Quill is obviously indisposed and employed by Giuseppe, but if you
It's
wanted to like attempt to convince things, then you'd have to do that in character.
Giuseppe.
Not now.
That's
Not the
the end of the
time.
session. We cut it off. It's poor old fucking Jerry. Stole his shirt, his coat, and his pen. I need to write that down as
Alright.
well.
Yeah, do keep a note on that. Apom, did you get an improvement? That's at least 2 rolls. What
Yeah,
did
that would be an
we-
improvement for Apom then.
Yeah, I gotta fucking. You gotta roll weird more, you fucker.
Hey, why don't you just highlight cool next time? Alright.
Yeah, that makes sense. You do panic a lot, and I do like to make you panic.
Yeah, fucking Rusty's having a panic attack 24/7 around
Oh,
you guys.
not you, Apom. I'm trying to get Seth to do weird more. I highlighted your best stat, and you're like, I don't want to open my brain.
Don't highlight my best stat.
I guess that's, yeah. You thrive off of the adrenaline.
Yeah.
Having odds stacked against you like a fucking weirdo.
I mean, look at the bot.
What?
I mean, look at them. They've been rolling us all these 1s and 2s.
Understandable.
Next session, Rusty eats whatever wires and rope we have used to tie everybody up. You're free now.
I'd say you'd probably, that would require like a lot of in-gamey stuff.
I don't have to ask
You know,
anyone to
working
do
through the
it.
narrative. New move or new security, you could. There's also, I think, stat boost. Let me bring it. And so you can get it +1 hot, cool, hard, or weird. You can get a new Maestro D move, add security, resolve someone's interest. Not that yet. You can get a move from another playbook too. That's always good. Yeah. You could pick any move from any rulebook. Except for like the integral ones that exist off of like, you know, shit like having a gang and stuff like that.
Yeah, suddenly you have a gang.
Like, let's see, as a Maestro D, yeah, you can't take up like, well, you could technically have a gang, and that would mean having leadership, maybe? Let me see. No, you wouldn't have the leadership. That's a little too much. But yeah, you could get lots of weird bullshit. That's fair. We can always do that whenever next session runs around.
Gosh, can next Friday come already?
I'm glad y'all are excited.
Gosh.
Hang on, I'm fixing up my character sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'll update mine to have what I actually have for my inventory as well. My barter, I guess. Gear and barter.
That's an idea. I'd say that it depends on availability. If you're trying to ask about relatively general or well-known folks, you could probably do that just with like the cult. But if you're trying to do it for like hard, lesser-known shit, you'd probably have to be at like, you'd have to be docked somewhere. You know, you'd have to have like your real business come in. That, or you'd have to like have moored with another boat, maybe. You know, come across another boat and mingle with them, sell them drinks. Something more general, like a stat boost or something like that. I will say that having a +3 in a stat is a terrifying prospect always, because it means that like, I think that changes everything to like a 90 or so % chance of success in some form. That's fair. Security is always nice. It's understandable.
Right, got my character sheets posted.
Oh, cool, yeah. That's a fair idea. Let's see.
Seth, have you checked out my character sheet?
Yep, got it.
Made some good improvements.
Actually, you can't get +1 sharp. That's not one of your improvements.
The bloodstain.
Well, you can also like choose another thing from a. Oh, all right, +1 hard. That's fair. +2 hard is a good stat.
This was fun.
Nice. I'm glad y'all liked it.
Yeah, this I am really enjoying this. It's funny. Fucking egg.
Brian, your heart is sucking in water.
Fucking idiot. As I forgot water exists. Yeah, if you want +1 hard, that's cool. If you want to wait and see like other playbook shit, I wouldn't like begrudge you for changing your bullshit. So end of session move. We will go, top to bottom. Who knows Giuseppe better? Who would you say, Apom? By the by, Seth, do remember to write down that you have that egg.
Yeah, that was written down before the pin, honestly.
Lug, because I failed to console a man who I really did want to console. Yeah, seeing your earnest attempts and failures. What would you call that egg?
I just wrote down egg.
That's fair.
With a question mark after it.
Egg?
Egg? Maybe?
Alright, APOM has 0 HX.
It resets to +1.
Oh, does
Oh,
it?
no, never mind. You meant it went from -1.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would you say knows you better, Rusty?
Sape.
Why?
Well, I mean, we went on that trip. He knows I'm willing to eat that green shit. Also saw me, punch that vent, and I know Lug was there, but I feel like since we had more time together this session, kind of makes more sense.
Yeah, he saw you kind of just like nonchalantly take that pin off of there. Just like, ooh, nice badge. Give me that.
Good stuff. Saw me slap.
Yeah, you did interact with more. All right. So.
What?
+1 onto that.
So that would be for APOM to do +1, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
And finally, Lug. Who knows Lug better?
Wait, no, hang on. So when APOM said that Lug knows Giuseppe better, was I supposed to change something on my sheet, or was that APOM changing something on their sheet?
If it's saying like if you know better, then you are marking it.
Okay. So
like,
who knows Lug better? That's a toughie.
You did slap.
Yeah, I was. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that Rusty did slap me, and Rusty did witness me start drowning myself to scream egg. So I'm gonna say +1 to Rusty.
Right, that means you're +2 now.
Nice.
God.
Alright. Cool beans, everyone. If you want to hang out for a bit, I'm around. But otherwise, good session.
Alright, so...
Yeah, that was a really good session.
Alright, I'm stopping the recording now.